Okay. So real quick, if you want to help out, I do take bits and subscriptions. It's really not a big deal. You want an emote? I've got the bike and emote. It's kind of cool. Bits are kind of fun. But what helps out things way more than bits and subscriptions is clips. If you can make clips of stuff in this game and share them, that's what helps me more than anything else. You see something awesome, you see a good reaction, flip it and share it, and do whatever you do with that kind of thing. I'm trying to get more people into +R, and in order for me to do that, we have to show people the game. We have to play the game and see that out and share that around. If you're interested in playing +R, you can also join the Discord. You can also invite more people to the Discord. I have the Discord link everywhere. It's shareable, really easy to do. I'm the admin, so if there's somebody who's like we invite some weirdo, I can always ban them. But I'm usually pretty lenient on all that kind of stuff too. We're all weirdos. But share the Discord around. Join the Discord if you're interested in getting into this game. It's not. I was gonna say it's really simple. It's not simple. It's not a simple game. It's not an easy game, but there's a lot of great steps that you can take to get better and better and better every week after week, month after month. And we've got a great community that's there to try and help you out to learn the game as well. We've got great resources. We've got like a section for wikis. We've got resources on like sharing videos and tutorials, and there's a player ping list of if you're playing this character and you want to learn more about it, you can ping this person and learn more about that as well. We also organize online meetups, and also I help organize local meetups for this game across the North America. So if you're interested in any of that, or you don't know where to play, all of that's in Discord for the +R Discord. If you're watching on YouTube, links in the description. If you're watching on Twitch, you got a link in the chat box right there. You can click it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and rock on this. We've got our very first match is going to be Midi and /Gordon, as you can see on the right-hand side there. But let me see our brackets. We've got this was a pretty big bracket. We had it might say 20 players up here. I don't know if you can see that on there. It was 4 buys, so 16 players is pretty good. We had Dyne visiting for this night, but he didn't play. He was busy. He was playing Vampire Savior. He's much better than Vampire Savior. And Mike Z showed up for about 5 seconds and then walked out. I don't know what was going on with him. He was just probably picking something up. So I'd added him to the bracket, but I didn't realize it wasn't going to be in there. So you'll see a couple things that are a little weird. So for example, there's like no buy here, but these two have a buy. It's just how it's going to end up working out. So Midi's on the left here, and /Gordon's on the right. /Gordon's been showing up a lot more for our tournaments lately. Super awesome to see this guy back again. He's been really busy with work, but he got top 8 at EVO in 2018. So a really high level player. With Eno takes a lot of skill. She's not easy to play as. And you'll see some really insane tactics here. So massive respect to /Gordon. Midi has been playing more and more. He's been getting better and better over time. He plays a lot of Skullgirls as his main game, so you'll see him in that as well. /Gordon applying the pressure here in the corner. See, Midi did an FRC there. FRCs are something that you can do in +R. I know, it's crazy. Interesting thing with just a bit of a tangent, not really having to do with gameplay. FRCs. Many people think they're called false Roman cancels, but because of the way that the katakana is written, it could be forced Roman cancel, and nobody would know the difference. I have 2 different instruction manuals from 2 different Guilty Gear XX games, where one of them calls it force and the other one calls it false Roman cancel. So who knows what it actually is. Okay, getting those double bits there. A lot of people aren't used to those bits crossing back up in the center. Usually when you see those music notes, they kind of just spread out and you go through the middle. So Eno's biggest trick is that she's good at giving mix-ups. It's very difficult to know high and low versus Eno. But that's exactly what she relies on. She's got this dash that's it's like Morgan's dash. So you kind of float forward, and because of that you can go straight into an overhead right from a dash. Wake up super. Gonna seal the deal there. So there was actually a problem with the uploads. That one and the other upload that I uploaded on the same day actually had a glitch inside of the videos. So I am re-uploading both of them, so you'll be able to see it. I'll probably have both of those. I'll have that first to 51 uploaded tonight, but I am re-uploading those, so I'm not getting rid of it. You'll see it again. Good backdash on Wake Up there. Tell Slash is trying to keep a fair amount of distance using some more long-range type of attacks. Keeps going for an anti-air against Kai. It's only really worked once so far. Just standing there. Good instant block straight into super. That's something I'm not usually used to seeing. Super into horizontal chemical love. It's another hit there. Let me update Slash Gordon's win as well. Nice jump D counter hit that's going to lead to a full combo. Seems to drop something at the end there. There was a good mix-up there, keeping him in the corner. You do not want to be against the corner against Eno, because Eno's mix-up potential is so strong. You know, when you see black beat combos, a lot of people think, oh yeah, whatever, he could have just escaped. But it could just be like one frame that you missed or something like that. It's not quite that simple. You can't mash on every single frame. That's impossible. Anyway, Slash Gordon gets another one here. It's now 2-0. Slash Gordon wins. Let's go back to our bracket list here. We'll take an update. So it was Slash Gordon versus Mini. Slash Gordon ends up winning 2-0. And let's go ahead and see who we've got going on next year. Okay, so up next we've got DQRF and Tofu. DQRF is told me he's on a mission, and that mission is to learn every character in the game. So right now he's playing as Chip, and Chip's kind of the character he's learning right now. He's up against Tofu. Tofu is one of our newer players. He's learning Bridget. I know I've seen Tofu around for like Under Night in Birth and I think Dead or Alive 6 as well over at the venue. But he's been picking up +R since then. So we're seeing a lot more of this +R play from him. He's learning Bridget over time. Bridget's not an easy character to learn, but also a very unique character to fight against, because he always has that yo-yo out there in different positions. DQRF was showing me some pretty tough things to deal with against Chip. Like you saw right there, he did this like down slash, backdashed, went back to the wall, and then attacked again. Chip has some really interesting things that you can do right off the wall. That was a nice counter hit. That move right there does a really, it's a really good setup if you have counter hit. Very long range, and is able to get some more follow-ups after it as well, especially if you've got Roger out somewhere. That overhead that Chip does, it's not safe on block, so if you block it, you can punish him for it. But also, it's not usually safe on combo. It's like you can hit somebody with it, and then it'll stop the combo. You do the high overhead, and it kind of resets. Showing off with some Alpha Blade FRC there. 5D gets hit. It's gonna be first point there for DQRF's Chip. Bursts out of the corner, but DQRF ends up seeing the burst and blocks it. Nice FRC point on there. Try and get another link on that combo. That was a ton of damage. So you saw right there, it was a combo, but when he did the overhead, he ended up still being able to block the overhead. So if you're blocking Chip and he's doing that combo and he goes in the overhead, you can actually attack him before the overhead hits you. That move right there, it has cross-up protection. So if you're blocking one direction and he's going back and forth on the screen, you can actually keep blocking that same direction, and you'll be safe from it. However, in Plus R, when you use faultless defending, it actually gets rid of cross-up protection. So if you're dealing with something that's, you know, attacking in some sort of weird way, like Dizzy's fish going one direction, she dashes immediately over you at the same time. Normally you get some sort of leeway with your cross-ups for your cross-up blocking, but if you're faultless defending, you wouldn't get that. So if you faultless defend against Chip Super, you actually have to switch directions back and forth. And there's some projectile combo setups where there isn't cross-up protection, but you would think it would be like a really good option for them to add it. So for example, if an opponent has a bomb from Faust, and you dash right over them right before the bomb explodes, you do have to block the correct direction. Not a good burst. DQRF ends up taking that point there, and so 2-0 for DQRF. Let's go back to our brackets here. Okay. So it's DQRF and Tofu. DQRF ends up winning 2-0 against Tofu. Let's see what our next match is going to be here. Alright, so before I get started with our next match, I've got a soda. So normally I've been doing energy drinks. I'll do an energy drink when we get to top 8 this time, because I'm actually going to split up the YouTube videos. One to pre-top 8 and one to top 8 itself. But I've actually got, just opened it here, Mountain Dew Voodoo. It says it's mystery flavor, so I have no idea what this is going to taste like. I've got to guess what flavor it is. Let's see what we got here. It tastes like strawberry starburst a little bit. So I don't know what that's exactly gonna be, but we'll find out. So, I love Mountain Dew. I know I'm dumb. I just like it. I like the drink. Anyway, we got our next match here. It's gonna be Jason D versus some guy. So, Jason D is our resident Axel player. Pretty damn good Axel. And he hasn't been showing up to a lot of stuff lately. He moved further away. It's harder for him to show up to stuff, so it was a real treat seeing him here. Versus me. That right there was an unblockable setup. Really good timing there from Jason. It's an unblockable move, but usually it won't hit at the time of you doing a... at the time of you waking up, because you have wake-up protection, but you still have only a certain amount of time before you can jump, so... So I'm not doing too well. Lost the first round there to Jason. It's good Yoshi gen, but couldn't get any sort of follow-up on it. It was an interesting setup. Alright, good throw there. It's gonna do a super on wake up. Wow. So Axel's actually kind of tough for Biken to deal with. I know it's kind of just like block, but she can't really do much on block against Axel because everything's too far away, and he can cancel like all of his normals into his counter. So if I do Orin, he's just gonna counter my Orin. Also his 2P or 5P or yeah 2P I think is a low, that one right there. So I can't just Suzerain through it, which is the Terminator run. So my biggest weapon I've got is my my FD force or my force break Tatami. You also just kind of have to be used to what he's able to do. See, he's really taking his time, which is good. You've also got to be really wary about when you tech combos against Axel and when you burst against Axel, because everything can be a reset against him. That's me trying out a new combo that I've been working on, but ended up being a little late on it. Countered by Baku. You know, I actually did Baku because I was expecting him to do a counter. And for some reason, I thought Baku was going to have like projectile properties or something like that. I don't know why. I've never had Baku countered, so I went for it. I don't think I'll make that mistake again. I thought he was going to go for the counter, so I did Baku. Oh, just started to jump, but didn't jump fast enough. So this tournament, I actually did really well in this tournament. The last two you saw me do, I haven't really been doing well at all. Ooh, it was just barely good enough to do a combo. But I've been doing a lot of editing and streaming and stuff like that, so I've been really busy since EVO. So this was the first tournament where I really got a chance to go into practice mode that week and was able to check some stuff out and train and try out some new combos and things like that and just play. So that was pretty cool. Ended up hitting me right there. That was a good one on his part. So that move was not low, so I could do my Terminator run to get through it. But I can't do my Terminator run against the smaller ones, either 2H or 2P. It's just a little too far away for me to continue a combo from that distance. Nice throw again there. What's he gonna do on wake up here? Oh. Tried to get in, but wasn't able to. This is gonna be death. Oh, not quite. Yep, there we go. Alright, so that's 2 points for Jason. Let's go back to our brackets here. We can update this. So it's 2-0 Jason D against CFG. Let's find out who we got going on next here. Alright, so what we got going on now is going to be Juno versus Goldencreme. Goldencreme's one of our two main Faust players. Very calculating player. Faust has a lot of fast moves, and you can tell that Goldencreme's like just completely in the zone. He knows exactly when to press what. Juno has been working on Potemkin lately. He plays a whole bunch of other fighting games, mostly older fighting games. Like he constantly tells me about how much he loves World Heroes Perfect. It's just inside joke between me and Juno. He loves World Heroes Perfect. I'll just put it at that. But no, he seems to go for more like combos and things like that with Potemkin rather than setups. Like Mike sees all setups, like doing resets and doing pokes and doing like frame traps and stuff like that. Juno's more of going in and trying to get confirms for better combos and stuff. Just trapped in the corner here against Faust. Faust has a lot of range, so he's not really... I would think he's not too great for Potemkin to fight against. Like, he might have a slight advantage against Potemkin. Goes right up. Two poisons in there. Not a good position to be. Goldencreme takes the first point there. Mike C's okay. Mike C does frame traps too. He hits me a lot with that kind of stuff. But yeah, Mike C's he's not a combo guy, and he doesn't have to be. He does what he succeeds with. There is that the unblockable 6H overhead. Is that another meteor? Man. Getting some Krakatoa RNG here. Juno had full meter, but keeps using a lot of it for his faultless defense. It's gonna be another round there. Goldencreme's really wrecking Juno right now. Got another meteor in play. Oh, combos him right into the meteors. Faust does a very tactical dead angle attack, pushing him away. You know, never underestimate dead angles. You know, to use them to keep your opponent in the corner or to get out of a corner yourself. If they're hitting you with like a nasty block string, or if like you're blocking an exhaustion combo or something like that, you know, do a dead angle. Worth it. Oh, we got a bomb incoming. Oh, it didn't work. Heavenly Pop Buster. Juno ends up taking a round there. I thought he was gonna lose that round. Got another meteor. It's a fourth meteor so far in this game. Goldencreme summoning his inner Krakatoa for his meteors. 5 meteors. One thing we joke about, because Krakatoa is a Canadian. Ooh, didn't get healed with the donut. Don't know what's going on with that. He dragged him right over the donut. Usually they eat it when they get dragged over like that. What's that? 7 meteors coming in? A lot of meteors. So Krakatoa is a Canadian Faust player, and he's kind of known for having just getting a ton of meteors, and that's like just gets all these meteors in tournaments. And it's like, how do you get that many meteors? So the joke is that the night before, he'll go in and he'll go into practice mode, and he'll keep throwing items as Faust and getting a ton of not meteors. That way it's gonna stack his luck to get meteors later on, because that's how odds work, right? You haven't gotten meteors in a long time. You're bound to get meteors next time. So Krakatoa just throws a bunch of items, and while he's you know, practicing in his hotel room, and then when he fights, bam, that's when all the meteors come out. We had Goldencreme winning 2-0. So I'm not sure we're gonna have up next, but let's find out. Okay, so our next match is gonna be Reis versus Goldencreme. Reis playing his Order Soul tonight. Reis's main he's also known as Windyman. Wing Zero. Both beginning with a W. Wing Zero is also who Reis is. He's playing his Order Soul tonight. His main is Johnny. But when he's in the mood, he'll play Order Soul. He's been a lot more in the mood lately. Putting on some really heavy pressure there as Order Soul. We got Mini Robokai coming in, jumping over it. Nice block on that that overhead there. Okay, Goldencreme does for another dead angle, using 50% of his meter there. Good setups there by Reis. He's got full meter. I don't know if he's going to use it. Reis is known for trying to get level 3 and full meter so he can do Dragon Install Sekai on him. For better or for worse. Good Roman cancel there. You know, if he's going to use his meter, might as well use all of his meter, right? It looked like Goldencreme was waiting for a Dragon Punch, but didn't happen. Ooh, dizzied. I don't really know what he was going for there. I could have gotten a better combo off that, but he went for burst anyway. Good escape there. Oh, just gets poisoned. Not a good position to be. Oh, gets rid of it though. First point there goes to Reis. So Faust can't summon anything, throw any more items while there's another item out on the screen. It goes for food, it goes for like a bomb. He goes for coin when the coin's bouncing around. Good air throw. Was that oh, that was a burst throw. It was so quick, it looked like it was just a regular throw. No, it wasn't a burst throw. What am I saying? Maybe I was looking away or something like that. It was not a burst throw. Throwing a bunch of items there. All junk for the most part. 2 mini robos and a food. Nice air throw again. You know, Order Soul is like perfect height for air throwing. In this game, when you air throw, the right distance is kind of just right underneath your opponent, so you're trying to throw them from here as they're either going, you know, falling down into you. Kind of perfect distance for it. It definitely takes some practice learning about where it's supposed to be. So I'm guessing that was probably supposed to be like a faultless defense or something like that, but he did a slashback, or a dead angle right when he came in. Still stuck in the corner. So items aren't going to help too much in the corner. You want there to be a little bit more room before you do an item super like that. Nice anti-air by Reis. Hit with the coin. Means he's vulnerable to a Disu attack. That one would have been it. The coin upgrades Faust's certain of his moves. He's got the slap chop. That one gets updated, and also when he does the slap chop part of the his Rekka combo, you know, where he fishes for them, brings them in, jumps up in the air, and slams them down. The slam part is also upgraded. It ends up catching them on fire and bouncing them back up so you can continue a combo. I think it does a little bit more damage too when they've been upgraded. Counter hit there. I've always found it easier to block those than it is to block Faust 6H. Okay, Reis here getting level 3 with his meter. Got a meter incoming here. Good block. Nice faultless defending there. It's going to take it. Reis ends up winning to this one 2-0. So let's update our brackets here. So it's Reis and Goldencreme. Reis ends up winning 2-0. Alright, let's coop the next match. Hoisted by my own petard. Yes. So tonight we got Mech versus Diar. Diar's our other Eno player. He mains Vampire Savior as his main fighting game. That guy's a god of Vampire Savior. You see him in top 8 at Combo Breaker and stuff. Really, really amazing player. Plays Lilith. Mech plays a whole bunch of fighting games. He works over at Super Arcade as well. He's been picking up more Plus R. He plays Justice so far. Nice throw there. Yeah, those bombs have unique properties for how they eat projectiles. A lot of times they'll just eat the projectile and just keep going. Nice ping-ponging there by Mech. A good ping-pong combo where they get hit by one bomb and then they get hit by like 3 or 4 more. A good one makes it so that they end up being further away at the end of it, so you can restart everything all over again. In Accent Core, Ino used to be way stronger for air throws. So something to keep in mind with Ino was just how well she could air throw you. I think they nerfed it somehow. I don't know all the details of that for this version, though. Nice low. So Dyar was going for lows at the same time as the notes went out. So it's easy to mask where the notes were going towards. Trying to get in. Oh, gets hit. Maybe it. Yeah. You run out of attention real fast if you start faultless defending those bombs. What seems to be a good option for Ino going through those bombs is if you jump in the air, you wait for those gaps, and then you do her dive. You get straight in. That seems to be what I see Ino players do. But also, you know, yeah, HCL is going to work great too. Ino seems like she's got some good options around it. Stroke the Big Tree would go underneath it as well. So she actually seems like she's got a fair amount of good options against Justice for his bombs. Or her bombs. I've been calling Justice he a lot lately because I was playing Guilty Gear 1's arcade mode, and they call Justice he in Guilty Gear 1. It's not until later on that you'll learn that Justice was female. The first point here goes to Dyar. Mech switching to his pink Justice. Those Justice bombs, you know, a lot of players think like, oh, it's really simple, you just attack them and it's really lame, you've got these bombs just floating out there, but those bombs are only active while you're holding the button. So if you see somebody with 3 or 4 Justice bombs out, they aren't pressing any other buttons, they're holding those buttons and that's it. Nice, almost block there, just flat out whiffed him with a burst. Dyar still has full meter, a lot of meter to work with here. Uses it on a dead angle. Another round here, one more round, and Dyar ends up taking the game. Some good, rough setups in there with the FRCs and everything in the corner a few seconds ago. Justice does not have enough meter to do a Michael Blade Super, which would be, I think, pretty good in this situation where you're stuck in the corner like that. But Dyar ends up taking it 2-0. Take a look at our brackets and we'll update these. We had Dyar versus Mech, and Dyar wins against Mech 2-0. Alright, let's see what we've got queued up next. Okay, up next we've got Bang versus Windyman. Bang's a resident Zappa player here. Also a very well-known player in in Vampire Savior. Windyman's main game is CVS2. There's a lot of CVS2. Just Evo for it and all that kind of stuff. Loves the game. He's one of the main mods in the CVS2 Discord, I believe. Went for an overhead kiss. May's overhead kiss move is a move where she runs forward and grabs you. And it has the exact same animation as her running animation. However, the sound effects are slightly different. May, when she starts running, has 2 quick footsteps and then has a steady pace. But May in overhead kiss just has a full steady pace. Plus overhead kiss, the second half of it is strike invul and throw invul. So overhead kiss is a very difficult move to deal with. Zappa just got a Rao. Rao's pretty rough. May's cursed with a whole bunch of items there. Oops. Cursed with a whole bunch of items, trying to get out from those rocks and banana peels and stuff like that. Missed with the overhead kiss, got hit before she became strike invul. Hit Zappa, therefore he lost his summon. Blocks the super, good job there. Uh-oh, Zappa's got a sword. The sword's really tough to deal with. It's not like, you know, a new sword tough to deal with, but it's tough to deal with. First point, there goes May. Oh, something going on here? Don't know what happened there. But they reset. There we go. The ghost summon too close. May was able to attack through there. Nice FRC on the sword. Needs more attacks with the sword. The sword generates a ton of orbs. So he's at 7 orbs right now. So a normal summon would be a weapon, but you can de-summon with his force break. Nice jump out of there. Got a Rao into last Ed guy. You know what they say? The trick to do with Rao is do last Ed guy. That's his Dragon Punch attack. And then Roman cancel it into another last Ed guy, and then Roman cancel it into another last Ed guy. They're usually dead at that point. Okay, she's cursed. That was definitely an accident. No way he meant to do a taunt right there. Good block on Windyman's part. Going for that slide. Now, May's slide is pretty difficult to deal with unless you are familiar with it, because it actually, when you block it, it pushes her pretty far back. So you kind of want to not faultless defend the slide. And if you can, instant block it, but don't take too many risks against it. It's so low to the ground, even on its recovery, that you really gotta know how to punish it. Alright, Bang loses around here. Windyman takes a point. May's really good at dealing nasty cross-up attacks. That's one thing that does not have... I mentioned certain things that have cross-up protection with certain ones that don't. May's Arcing Dolphin does not have cross-up protection. So it's very difficult to tell if you're being attacked on the left or the right. Nice, he's got the sword. Sword's so strong. So many people don't have any idea how to deal with the sword. I mean, I don't know how to deal with the sword, but I play Biken, so it doesn't matter. we were discussing the tier list of this game recently, and in the tier list, everybody's pretty even compared to most other fighting games. There's like 3 letters, S, A, and B being the worst tier, which is pretty damn good. But Testament, Zappa, and Baiken were ranked the top 3 as the only 3 in S tier. So Testament's really powerful. But again, you can win the tournament with any character. We had Skeletal Minion won EVO 2017 with ABBA, and he's a really good player. He's going to be at CEO Otaku too, by the way. So it's going to be nice seeing him there. Bang ends up winning another one here. 5 seconds left on the clock. 2-0 in Bang's favor. Let's go ahead and update the brackets here. Okay, so this next one's going to be a really good one. I wanted to watch this live, but I was too busy with the tournament, so I couldn't watch it. So I'm excited for this one. This is going to be Slash Gordon versus Reis. Let's take a look at this. These two haven't fought each other in a while, so it's going to be really nice seeing this match here. Normally, Reis plays as Johnny, so I would have preferred to see Slash Gordon versus Reis as Johnny. Both of them playing some strong footsies here. Trying to go in for pokes, but also keep a good distance. Nice anti-air counter hit, but couldn't get anything off of it. Orsol's a heavier character, so it might be more difficult to run certain combos on him. Reis still has a ton of meter. 50%. Nice block in the air against that burst there. Good block in the DP, but couldn't quite punish it. Tip by Rocket. Ends up getting crossed up in the corner. Probably what happened here was Slash Gordon tried to faultless defend Gun Blaze. You don't want to do that because that move has crosser protection. And again, like I said, if you faultless defend something that has crosser protection, you'll lose that crosser protection. If you don't know what direction it's going to hit and you faultless defense, you might get hit by it. So it's kind of something to be careful about if you have low health. Good walk-up tick throw. Nice Roman cancel into more and into a kill. Reis gets a first point here. Oh, you don't think it's you? It could be Diar versus Aligari. Yeah, hold on a second here. It is Diar versus Aligari. Let me change these names on here. Still a good job, Aligari, getting that win against Diar. Really wrecking Diar here pretty quickly. One more round and he's won the whole game already. Very fast run here. It doesn't help that Diar and Slash Gordon use the same color. It was interesting. He did a dash over Force Break Fafnir, which was low profiled. Nice Force Break combo there into the notes. Again, this is one hit away, and Diar ends up losing this whole thing here. Can he come back? Nope. Aligari ends up taking it 2-0. Very quick win. Super fast. So let's go back here and go back to the brackets. We had Diar and Aligari. Aligari ends up winning 2-0. And let's queue up our next match here. Okay, up next we've got DQRF versus Bang. DQRF still sticking with Chip. The winner of this goes to top 8. We'll see how far DQRF can get while continuing to use Chip. I forgot if he uses Chip the whole tournament or not. Nice Gamma Blade. Gamma Blade in this game, you see people continue to combo after Gamma Blade, the one where you trap your opponent in that star. But really, usually the combos afterwards deal with like OTG damage. So see like 3 or 4 hits, but it's really only gonna deal like 1 damage for each one. We might as well do an extra 4 damage, you know. Okay, Diar definitely keeping his distance. The Alpha Blade gets eaten by the dog, therefore Zappa can continue his attack there. Still got 50% meter even though he used a Roman cancel. A lot of tools left for Zappa to still use. Summons a dog. Chip has really low health in this game. Lowest health character in the game. Melee is number 2, Bike is number 3, Cliff is number 4. And by health, I mean defense. Everybody has 460 hit points, but your defense value is different. Kills the dog, kills the sword. Stuck in a corner, but is thrown out. Nice Alpha Blade follow up there. Not really seeing DQRF do a whole bunch of crazy teleport stuff. He likes to do that wall cling into attacks, though. Blocking a whole bunch of rocks and falling pots. Ooh, nice hit there. Zappa still has 50% meter to get through this, though. Ooh, gets hit by that. Doesn't quite kill. Blocks the super. That's going to kill right there. Now, if you're used to Accent Core, back in Accent Core, that move, a command grab move, you can actually hit him out of it. So if you could call it, it'd be a really great opportunity to do like a gold burst or something like that. But he is striking full in the middle of that command grab, so it's best to just jump out. Nice, that's an overhead. Summon the dog far away. Nice summon there from Bang. Loses the dog, but gets a sword. Oh, that was a good FRC, but was thrown right out of it. That did barely any damage for such a long combo. This, I don't think it's going to kill. That's normally a really good super to do when your opponent's at low health. Ooh, gets hit with that. I thought that was gonna kill. It was one hit away. Oh no, what's he gonna do? Chip might be able to get through with an Alpha Blade or something. He's got 20 seconds left. Good gold burst. That was very worthwhile. Oh, there we go. That's a kill. 1 point there for DQRF. Now, DQRF actually used to play a ton of Zappa back in the day. For those of you who don't know. When +R came out, it was also just around the time that Xrd Sign came out for console. They were both around the same time for console. And so he wanted to pick Soul for Xrd, because Soul's his main character, he loves the character. But playing Soul in Xrd was messing up his Soul in +R. So he decided to pick up Zappa for +R. He used to play a lot of Zappa back in the day. He's very familiar with how to fight with Zappa. Ooh, didn't quite hit during the recovery of that move. Zappa does have full meter to work with. Loses a dog, gets another dog here. Now, dog cannot do any attacks for the first 30 frames after you summon it. But the way it works now is you get 2 attacks with the dog that you can do kind of in a row. And then it has a small amount of recovery. You can tell if the dog's recovering because it's going to be breathing like this blood smoke out of it. Once it's done breathing, then it's able to do an attack move again. Nice air throw kill with Zappa. Bang's very good with his air throws. Loses the Ghost. Ghost is a really good option against Chip. If you can hit him with the Ghost, he's pretty much on lockdown. So Chip using double Find Me there. Good, got a sword here. Sword's difficult to deal with, but I think Chip wouldn't really have much of a difficulty with the sword. You attack with sword at a farther distance, and then Chip can just kind of teleport closer to Zappa, and they'd probably be fine. I would think the one he has most difficulty dealing with would be the ghosts, because they're going to just get in the way. You know, you're doing all this stuff, and then you get hit by a rock. Like I said, DQRF loves to do those wall cling strats. Bad Beta Blade. You know, there's a lot of really good combos you can do against a whiffed Beta Blade Chip. It's often a move you see where if somebody's doing a 100% damage combo video, they'll do that with Chip, because Chip is lowest defense in the game, and also it's just a great setup whiffing a Dragon Punch and then going straight into a counter hit. Nice throw tech. Hit with a counter there for the sword. Bang's still trying to set stuff up, locking him down in the corner. You can't lock Chip down too well. His teleports give him some good options. Nice force break Beta Blade. Good blocks there. Ooh, just out of range of that throw. That wouldn't have killed, but it would have gotten pretty much sealed the deal there for him. Oh, I thought I was getting hit by that flower pot. But not quite. Bang ends up taking the next round. It's now 1-1 here. Nice air attacks there, setting this stuff up with the sword, running away, keeping that sword available. Loses it though. Stuck in the corner there against Chip. Gets a whole bunch of balls with that combo there. Now it is possible for Zappa, when he does that summon with the snakes and you hit, to not get anything new. It's pretty rare, but it's possible. And if that happens, you know what? The summon actually does a fair amount of damage. Just Roman cancel and do another summon. Good blocks there, able to punish pretty well. This is not going to be good for Chip, who couldn't quite de-summon the sword. Oh, it gets thrown in the air. Good Roman cancel blocks from DQRF there. Trying to get in. Bang keeps falling for that, and I don't blame him. It's not an easy move to get around. You know, a trick is when you've got some sort of weird cheap tactic like doing a command grab or like a long overhead or something like that. Keep doing it until they finally learn, because if you stop doing it, then you know, for all you know, you could have kept hitting them. Didn't have enough meter to do a Roman cancel, but Zappa still wins. Bang ends up winning against DQRF 2-0. Okay, this is Slash Gordon versus Reis, and I remember something about this one. Well, we'll get to that in a second here. So first off, we had DQRF versus Bang. DQRF ends up losing. Bang ends up winning 2-1. And our next match is going to be Reis versus Slash Gordon. Let's see who's going up, or we'll see how this is going to turn out here. Before we get started with this match, a little bit of tournament organizer tactics here for you. So I don't normally do this, but you'll notice on here I did all of round 1, then I did all of round 2, and I'm going to do all of round 3 in winner side, then we'll be in top 8, and then I'm going to start on losers and work my way up there. I don't normally do that, and the reason why I don't normally do that is because then you get these people who, for example, Midi, he fought like our very first match, right? Midi versus Slash Gordon was our very first match. He has not fought this entire tournament until I'm finally going to get started here. If you've got people who aren't familiar with how double elimination works, which you have a lot of people like that, where they just join and they think they lost and then they haven't played in an hour and a half, they kind of assume they've lost. And they don't know they're still up in the next tournament. And they might go out and get dinner because they're thinking, hey, I'm out. So it's best to alternate. Alternating gets people's juices flowing, like they're used to playing a match. They get their, they stop getting rusty. They've played for a little bit and they can keep that momentum going. If you get somebody who plays and then they don't play again for another 2 hours, that's not good on them. It's going to make them weaker. It's going to have their reflexes worse. Even if they're in training mode or they're practicing, it's not the same as a real match. So I want to stagger a lot of that. You can't always have a casual setup or something like that available. So like, for example, Bang and Aligari here, they're in top 8. I'm not going to do top 8 until we're done with everything else. So now these guys are going to have to wait for all of this too. So what I did here, very bad thing. Don't do it as a tournament organizer. Don't do round 1, then round 2, then round 3, and then losers. Do alternate back and forth and keep going back and forth until everybody's done everything. Do all of round 1 and then round 2, and then losers round 1, and then round 3, and then losers round 2, and then losers round 3, and then you can start top 8. Just some TO tactics for you. But our next match here is going to be Slash Gordon versus Reis. Now, we don't have this match recorded all the way. I remember telling them to press the button, but they didn't. And we're just going to have to live with it. So we got it right here. This might be the very last round, to be honest. So they're both 1-1 on this round. I don't know what part of who's winning or anything like that so far. Obviously, Reis has more health, but it seems to be quickly being changed. Good block on the Roman cancel, and good block on the Dragon Punch, and then also good Roman cancel for Reis. Goes underneath the note. All right, Slash Gordon has him in the corner. Can he keep Reis down? Oh, good burst there. Burst we all saw coming, though. That's gonna kill. Oh, not quite. There we go. That'll kill. Was that the last game? I don't know. We at least got one for Slash Gordon, though. I'll put that down. Okay, so Slash Gordon ends up winning 2. So let's go back to the brackets. I have the actual score, even though all we saw was 1 win there from Slash Gordon. So let's find out what we got here. Give me a second. So Slash Gordon ended up beating Reis 2-0. We got that updated here. And let's see what we got going next. It's probably going to be Dyne and Davida if we could wrangle them up. Let's see what we got going here. Okay, so now we're on the loser's side. I think what was going on was Davida and Dyne were both locked into Vampire Savior, so we didn't really do their match yet. But since we're on loser's side of this part, let's go ahead and just fill up all of our buys here. We had Windyman beating buy number 2. Got Midi beating buy number 3. And we got CFG, that's me, beating buy number 4. Going straight to loser's side. Come on, Nathan, you can do better than that. So our next match here is going to be Tofu versus Windyman. So let's go ahead and pull this up here. Who's choosing Holy Orders ? As a tournament match? You guys know this is going to be recorded. So Tofu and Windyman here. Holy Orders ? You guys. Ah! Choose a better song. Okay, so Windyman going for a nice cross up there. That dolphin can cross you up even if you're flush in the corner, so something to worry about and to watch. Bridget just trying to escape. Bridget has a lot of great escape mechanics and tools, though. He's got a ton of ways and movements to get out of things. That gold burst didn't hit at all. I thought it would have. So, a good try for Tofu, but didn't go through. And that one did not cross up in the corner. May end up winning right the first round there. Good old 3K. Definitely something you see Windyman use a lot. That's because it works. So you'll see there, Windyman's charging the hoop to get more dolphins coming out of the hula hoop there. Good combo there with rest of rolling, keeping him in the corner. Ooh, that's gonna hurt. Didn't quite kill, almost killed though. There we go. First point goes to May and Windyman. They're gonna keep Holy Orders question mark on there. Wasn't sure if that was an overhead kiss or not. It wasn't. It was just a run forward. Now, Bridget does have certain unblockable setups because he's got a force break Roger that when it falls down, it can do an overhead. If you do low at the exact same time, it'll be a high and a low at the same time, which you can't block. Well, you can, but it staggers them between one frame. You have to block one direction and then block the other one the other direction, essentially. Burst by Tofu to get out of the corner. May does have full meter. Let's see if he can use it. One thing you usually see Windyman do is when he's trying to get his opponent down with when he's got meter to use, he'll do an overhead kiss and then combo them into a whale. Nice force break into is that Mistfinder? Overhead kiss there. I forgot the name of that. Is it Jackhound or Mistfire? I know it's a messed up version of it, but yeah. Okay, one more round here, and Windyman's gonna take it. Both of them playing some pretty long-range footsies at this point. May still has full meter on this. Charging that dolphin hoop. There's 3 dolphins out. Still got full meter. He's been sitting on a lot of meter this whole match. Ooh, that hit, but ended up bouncing him a little too far there. And getting hit with a low. And Windyman ends up taking it against Tofu 2-1. Let's go back to our brackets here and we'll update this. Alright, let's see what we got going on next. Alright, so our next match is going to be Mech versus Juno. So you might think that Justice is really difficult for Potemkin to deal with. On the surface, you know, it sounds like it. Justice is an incredible zoning type of character, and Potemkin can't really get around that. You can't finger flick those bombs. You've got no dashing. There isn't really much of a way of getting around it. But slide head, just you start summoning bombs, you just slide head. Done. So it's actually a really good option against Justice, so much so that it evens up the matchup really well. So slide head is a move. It's unblockable if you're touching the floor, but it doesn't do any damage. So the trick is, if you're trying to dodge slide head and you're waking up, it takes some time before you can jump. There's actually a jump cooldown when you're just waking up. However, you can wake up backdash, and every character's backdash keeps them off of the ground. They're not touching the ground. So if you backdash at the right time when slide head's going off, you can avoid it even on your wake up. Nice jump against slide head there, keeping the bomb alive. Good backdash. Juno does still have full meter, but he's not using it. Only 9 seconds left in this match here. Dead angle's not going to do any damage. All Mech has to do is just not get hit for 2 seconds. There we go. And Mech ends up taking that round. Got some bombs going out. Oh, you can't finger flick. I think he might have just finger flicked the explosion, because normally you can't finger flick just the bomb itself, I don't think. So speaking of Justice bomb explosions, they explode when Justice lets go of the button. So if they touch you, they explode. And if she releases the button, they explode. So she can make them explode before they get to you. So what you can do, you can attack the bombs. You attack the bombs, you'll get hit by it, but you won't get hit by the explosion part of it. And explosion knocks down. So you want to make sure if you do that, you end up hitting the bombs before they explode. So hitting the bombs will, I mean, they'll still damage you, but you won't get hit by the explosion part. Timken still has full meter here, getting a round off. Both of them had full meter. And just a reminder, neither Justice nor Potemkin can dash forward. So this does feel like a slow-paced match because it is. They both got great backdashes, though. Nice Michael sword. Getting some good distance going on. You know, Justice just doesn't have those bomb setups like you've got with pretty much any other character. So if you're trying to set these bombs up, you know, you just didn't FRC and he's walking forward, because if he went for multiple bombs, Tim could just slide head right through it. So it's not really something you can worry about as Is this gonna be it? Throws Potemkin. That's not going to kill. Potemkin's got such really good guts. Ooh, ho. Oh, wow, that cross-up. Juno ends up taking the first point here. Feels like a really slow match.
Heaven or hell? 2-1. Let's rock.
Okay, trying to get out of the corner there. The finger flick did not work. Like I said, you can delay those explosions, so that's probably what's going on there. Finger flick, I think, only works on the explosion part itself, not the actual bomb. You saw the explosion just went off right when he did that finger flick there. Timken still has full meter. Nice. Backdashed out of that overhead there. Nice setup there. Just get him in the corner. Not really have much to do. Ooh. Nice second hit there before the hammerfall hit him. Ooh, I was close there. Almost got hit with the heat knuckle. Mech doing some weird air poke setups right now. Spike him down the corner here. Being in the corner is not a good position to be against Potemkin, but, you know, Justice has Superior Trance. That's gotta be a good option to get through. So Justice has some good escape moves if you got meter. Ooh, good risky backdash, but Juno takes another round here. 1 round away, and Juno ends up winning against Mech here. Potemkin Busta. Went for another one, but didn't quite recover or finish recovering on the backdash there. Good gold burst from Mech's side. Finger flick ended up working. It's got some really awesome hitbox. Like I said, just slide head. There you go. That's all you gotta do. Oh, nice 6P anti-air, but didn't get any sort of confirm off of it. Timken just needs one something small. And he's gonna beat Mech here. Oop. Ooh. There we go. Mech or Juno ends up taking it 2-0. With a good old Judge Gauntlet Hades. Take a look back at our bracket here. So that was Juno versus Mech. Juno ends up winning against Mech 2-0. And because of the way things were from before, there's a bye here. So I'm just gonna have Juno winning against the bye. I'll fix that when we get to like the points at the end of the game for like what the results were. I'll fix it because otherwise Mech would be in last place, the only one there. So Mech tied with the rest of these guys, except Juno. Because Juno's up here. So let's see who our next match is going to be. Okay, so before we get to our next match, I just want to do a little update here. Davida ended up getting DQ'd, not an atypical thing with Davida. So he ended up losing out of that one. We're going to do our next match, which is going to be Dyne versus Jason D. And so here we go. Jason D starting strong here. Whoever wins this gets top 8, by the way. Nice attack forward there. Gets hit with the coin. Just barely misses that poison. Nice attack there. Beating that going my way. Oh, nice combo where he gets pushed back into the health right as it goes away. So it doesn't waste the items at all. Nice counter. Ooh, gets hit with the 6H unblockable. Blocks the bomb. Blocks the 6H unblockable. His chain gets hit barely by the Mini Faust. Knows those meteors are incoming. Good block there from Jason. Faust just needs a tiny bit more damage here. Yeah! Gotta put those in. Yes! Man, I miss Jason D. It's great seeing him entering a tournament again. I think I just miss using that emote all the time. Got another meteor incoming here. I know Jason sees it. Good blocks there. I guess those meteors don't do too much chip damage. I was like, he blocked like 2 of them and just barely took any chip damage. Not like those bombs. Good hack and slash there. Dyne going for those throws. Got that full meter going on. Nice poison, and being thrown during the poison is going to keep doing more damage here. Not good. You know, I almost thought that would have countered. I almost thought that would have countered because it was a low attack. And I know that works against like instant kills and stuff too. It's not stopped by just supers. So it must have just been really bad timing. Got hit just by the mini Faust right as he landed there. Alright. Jason takes another point there. One more point and Jason wins this, goes into top 8. Nice hit there, getting through. You know, he keeps doing the Rensengeki. I forgot the yeah, Rensengeki is the full one. Mini Faust there. He seems to keep doing he does the 2P into Rensengeki, which is the green chain. Like every time I see him do that. But he's not doing the unblockable one because you want to kind of mix those up, the unblockable one and the other one, so you don't know which one you're gonna do. Ooh, oh, breaks out. Nice. Not quite able to do a combo after that. It's a famous setup from CEO Taku last year where Mike Z was fighting Elven Shadow. Mike Z ended up guessing the right angel for that hit and instantly canceled into Heavenly Potbuster and threw Elven Shadow. So, really cool setup. Nice kill right before the explosion goes off, so that's good. Jason D ends up winning that one 2-0. And let's update our brackets here. So Jason D wins against Dyne 2-0. Now, like I said, Davida ended up getting DQ'd, so I'm just going to put this one through here. I know it might sound like, oh, hey, I get a free win against Davida, but believe me, I'm going to fight some harder matches coming up here. Don't you worry. Already fought Jason D and lost and went right down to losers. I'm going to fight some good stuff coming up. Let's find out who's going on next here. Okay, so up next, we've got Midi versus Goldencreme. Goldencreme is in loser's side. Who did he lose to? Lost to Reis. Goldencreme pulling out those pokes, keeping that good range. Keeps getting counter hit on those though. Faust is a pretty fast character. Oh, we got mini pot. Midi's just gonna run away from it though. It's already in the corner, so not really able to utilize it very well. You know, he got counter hit by that mini Faust, but he could have gotten out of that. And that's gonna kill. 2 bombs. Oof. Chakua on the field. There we go. Goldencreme ends up taking it. His max tension pulse. Alright, and Kai gets dizzied. Man, that was a fast game. 1 point here so far for Goldencreme. And Midi take it back.
Heaven or hell. Duo. Let's rock.
Man. So that hammer, the dumbbell, Does a lot of stun damage. Something to get worried about there. Blocks the 5D, but still gets hit by Greed Sever. He was in pogo state, so he couldn't really block it anyway. Oh, gets hit with a coin. Got a Disu out in field. Can he hit with his Rekka or a Force Break Slap Chop? Nice super there from Midi. Good time to use it. Good block there. Nice hack and slash. Got another coin out. He already had Disu powered up though. One round from Goldencreme. Midi almost had that one. Okay, with another dumbbell. And a poison. Ouch. Look at that. Poison damage. Almost dizzy. This is not good for Midi. Dizzy, this has got to be it. There we go. Goldencreme ends up winning 2-0. Let's update our brackets here.
Please select your character.
The Goldencreme versus Midi. Goldencreme wins 2-0. There's 4 games left and we're in top 8. Let's see what we got queued up next. Okay, up now we've got Reis versus Windyman. Whoever wins makes top 8. That's for all of these. All of these next winners are going to make top 8. All the losers are going to be out of the tournament. Alrighty, he's got Windyman in the corner. Reis doing a great job with those blocks. Nice sweep set up there. Now, May, when she does that summon for her dolphin hoop, it actually has a hitbox above her head when she's summoning. Might not be something you're thinking about, but she's got it. Ooh, not a good trade. Get hit with a 6H instead. Both of them got a ton of meter here. Let's see if Reis gets greedy. A lot of times what he does is he gets a full meter and then he... Oh, no, it's not going to be greedy. It's full meter and then gets level 3 and then goes for the Dragon Install Senkai. But he hasn't done that at all this whole tournament. Unless he did it against Slash Gordon and it wasn't recorded. Jumped out of the overhead kiss but gets hit with that cross-up with the Dolphin. That's something you really got to be careful about. Really hard to tell if those Dolphins are going to cross you up. May cautiously approaching. Man, still getting hit with the Dolphins there. Windyman playing a really strong game. Nice overhead kiss. I didn't even see that one. Good rest of rolling combo. I don't usually see that going on. Another overhead kiss is going to do it into a super whale. Pretty common for Windyman to do. Another overhead kiss. Is that going to be in a whale? No. Really close to winning here. Nice throw. Didn't quite kill. It's going to hurt. Good burst there. I was almost surprised that Reis didn't throw that burst. First game here goes to Windyman. Can Reis make it back?
Heaven or hell. 2-1. Let's rock. Counter.
Okay. May still got full meter. Reis has been using a lot of it on his Falls defense. Punches the dolphin with a good old jump H. Order Soul jump H is a great button. Okay, May has full meter here. As you saw last game, Windyman was also saving his meter a lot. That's going to be death right there. Barely trying to get through. Both of them playing some good footsies, locking him down with the Dolphins. Nice DP there. Ended up hitting May, didn't block through it. You know, one thing to learn quickly, a nice block on that burst. One thing to learn quickly in this game is how to start blocking as soon as possible. You run into a position where you become vulnerable, you gotta be able to block fast. Alright, it's now 1-1. Reis takes a game. Locking in the corner, gets a nice 3K with a counter hit. That's one thing that's really good about May's 3K as well. It's so low profile that it goes underneath a lot of moves, so you can get a good counter hit right off of it too. It's super right in the face there. Nice air throw. Into a gun flame. You know, it's a good trick if you see your opponent's really low on health, and you're trying to just do the final attack, do a gun flame on as Order Soul, because they'll have to faultless defend it, and if they have to faultless defend it, it's way harder to block, because you get rid of cross-up protection. So go for that kind of stuff when they're almost dead. Nice throw tech there. Always love seeing throw techs in this game. Overhead kiss, bounces him off the screen. Not getting him in good position there. May's got a lot of meter to work with. Nice. Nice super use. Nice overhead kiss, that's gonna kill. One round there for Windyman. Both of them on the last round here. Who's gonna take it? Not a good trade there for Reis. It's out of the corner. Nice air throw. Reis getting more meter and level. Good burst getting out of there. Nice jump out of the overhead kiss. It's maybe it. Ooh, I don't think he's gonna be able to take it. Yep. Reis ended up winning this one 2-1. Let's update our brackets. Reis is gonna go into top 8 from here. It was Reis versus Windyman 2-1. Let's see who's going on next here. Alright, up next we've got myself versus Diar. Not, last match for top 8, so whoever wins gets into top 8 here. One thing you'll notice too, I say this every time, I'm terrible at commentating my own matches. I always watch I'm trying to learn from the matches I watch instead of commentate. I just kind of internalize a lot of things. But I'll try and do what I can here. Nice 2K start off. Didn't quite get enough meter to do a rest of my combo for that. Nice empty jump into throw. Oh, nice setup there. That's going to be a wake up. Oh, very nice setup there. That was a combo that wouldn't have worked against Eno, so I don't know why I was trying that one out, but the rest of it was pretty powerful. Nice, this is going to be a kill. Ooh, not quite. Still good attacks and everything from CFG. Yeah, not much else I could have done off that. I just didn't want to get thrown, so I jumped out of there. Nice low profile underneath the note there. Nice setup there. That's good. Not quite a lot of damage, but I wasn't sure if I was gonna finish my my block in time or not, so I went for Aikomi, which is the slide dodge. Now I'm very used to when to do those against notes, the counter hits or the guard cancels, but the force break notes deal an extra 2 hits. So I messed up the timing on that because I forgot that it was a force break note. Good throw there. Can't really do much on wake up with no meter. Trying to get out of that corner. Ooh, that would have been good. Ouch. It's gonna hurt. I got the right timing on that one. I learned my lesson from the first one I messed up. Nice, nice. Force break to Tommy is a good option to seal the deal. Not really too many good other ways for it to work. I mean, if it's a counter hit and they can bounce off the corner and I'm close enough, I got enough meter to say like FRC it or Roman cancel it. I could do something off that too. I get the first point here. I still feel I was a lot more on my game in this tournament than I usually am. Like, I'm getting that combo, I don't usually get that one as well. He's gonna do wake up super on me. Yep. Should've saw it coming. Can't do wake up super this time, so I'm gonna It's almost like it's a program, like I know exactly what I'm doing. Yeah, it's a little too far away for that. Nice. Nice. Good, perfect timing on his burst there, but that was a great combo. That was something I was practicing like the night before on doing stuff there, so good job me. So Dyar keeps blocking those O-Rens, which is good on him. Don't let me get away with that. Comboed after that. I'm just watching myself like, man, I could have done this, I could have done that. But you know what? When you're there in the moment, there's a lot of stuff you end up missing. That's gonna be a kill. Good kill. CFG ends up taking it. I'm going to top 8. Woohoo. 2-0. Let's go to the brackets here, just update that real quick, and we'll go on to our next match. With me versus Dyar, I'm gonna win 2-0 against Dyar. And who have got going on next here? Alright, up next we've got DQRF versus Goldencreme. As a reminder, DQRF is going to be playing Chip tonight. He's on a mission, like I said, to learn every character. And right now he feels pretty confident with Cliff. Working his way down the list. He's going to go on to Chip next. gonna be exciting. You know, we've got a really strong CEO Taku coming up this year. In just a couple of weeks, really strong. Tons of great players are gonna be in this one. I'm really excited for it. We've got, I mean, too many to name, and a lot of people who didn't show up to Evo too. This is gonna be pretty much the tournament to be at for the whole year for +R. It's gonna be a good capstone for it too. DQRF will be there. I don't think he'll be playing Chip in the major, but yeah. Getting some good setups here. Gotta be really careful with that overhead that Chip's able to do. Nice FRC into throw. Faust does have full meter, not anymore with that dead angle, but got at least 50% meter. Maybe we could do something with that. Man, those were some good meteors there. Alright. Goldencreme ends up winning the first game there. Nice attack through the Rekka starter. What let's call it? Rei Notsuki or something? Oh, nice throw there. So that was Faust 5D. Faust 5D actually is strike and vol at the start. He like transforms into some batter. I don't know if it's throw and vol or not, but it's definitely strike and vol. Oh, it didn't do the follow-up. That follow-up would have killed. That's gonna hurt. You know, it's Faust, you gotta be careful being on Pogo, because he can just do that super and he's got him. Messed up with that Gamma Blade. Goldencreme's got one more round here and he wins. Gets into top 8. It's hit by Mini Faust up in the air there. Nice kill there. Goldencreme's gonna take it 2-0. We got one more game before we start top 8 here. Let's go back to our brackets. We can update these. So that was Goldencreme and DQRF. Goldencreme is winning 2-0. Next, we're gonna have our eternal rivalry between Dyne and Juno, but I don't know what player side they're going to be, so I'll have to look that up before I can change the names. Okay, now we got Dyne and Juno. Juno's the Potemkin, Dyne's the Faust. They play each other a lot. They're regular sparring partners. It's a shame that they have to fight each other to get the top 8 position. Gets thrown during the meteor strike, so that's often a good position if you try and throw your opponent or you get thrown. You know, you don't get hit by the meteors, so it's not that big of a deal. Faust is on full meter here. Goes right up into the items, but because he was up in the corner, didn't really get too much of a use from those items. 75% meter as well. Potemkin's backdash has only 1 frame of recovery. Killed him through the super armor. Actually got hit by a bomb, and then got hit with the second hit. So it wasn't quite a kill through the super armor, but... Get that Chukua, Juno. Go grab it. Getting good combo there against Faust. Nice setup there. He's going to go for the heat extend. Didn't quite kill. Doesn't do slide head on round start. That's going to kill there with Gigantor wake up. Some good hammerfall setups there from Juno. Didn't do the heat extend just so he can wake up, have Faust wake up right next to him. Going for some cross-up startups. Good blocks on those meteors. Not in a good position there. Almost dizzy. Potemkin dizzy. Almost about to happen. Oh! Oh, wow. What luck. What luck. Juno's taking that first one there. Wow. Got another meteor incoming. Getting a lot of meteors in here. Not as many as Goldencreme that first round from earlier, though. Another meteor out in session. Pushed too far away for it to really work, though. Couldn't quite get him comboed into the bomb. So Faust's trash bag that he throws there can hurt Faust also. But usually it's not something you see, because Faust can block it. But if you end up getting hit or blocking it right in front of Faust as he drops it, you'll hurt Faust. It's like called This Is Love or something like that. Oh, nice one. Oh, I think Juno was going for a heavenly pot buster out of that. Didn't guess right that time though, ends up getting killed. Faust in the corner here, not anymore. Good block on the bomb. Good damage there from Juno. Ooh, I don't think that was intentional. But it may not be all that bad. There we go. Potemkin's instant kill is strike and vol on startup. So it's a great, like, DP-like move. You see them doing something, you just instant kill and they're hit. Nice butt slam. Thing with 2D. You know, that super on whiff is a super that you can really punish. Oh, Juno ends up taking it against Dyne here. It's a super you can really punish with an instant kill. I mean, it's not something that Potemkin can do, but it's something that that a lot of other characters can do. Mike and Axel, Melia, characters that have some sort of dashing in kind of attack for their instant kill. Because Faust is in there, he just keeps swimming, unless he's got an FRC, which he can use, because the FRC point is one of the widest in the game. You can FRC the whole thing. So let's see, let's go back to our brackets. That one in like Chip's super, where he does a whole bunch of attacks. Even on whiff, he's going to keep doing all those attacks. He's going to instant kill mode and you instant kill Chip. So it was Dyne versus Juno. Juno ended up winning 2-0. And that means we're now in top 8. So before we go into top 8, I'm going to take a little bit of a break. Take 5 minutes just to stretch, grab a drink, get a few things ready, and we'll get started in 5 minutes. I'll go ahead and put some things up here, put it on stream standby, and I'll see you guys in just a bit.